if you assume countries like New Zealand, Australia, Canada have a housing bubble, something that a lot of people have been seeing out there is you don't really ever own the property yourself. Even if you don't have a home loan and you paid off your mortgage completely, because the council rates keep going up, your rates go up on the property, and that's happening. Especially, I'll give you a recent example in New Zealand and Australia, where the rates are skyrocketing, going up about 25% year on year in some places, because those councils have taken off too much debt, which was at 2.5%, and those councils are now having to pay that debt back in 7%. So the rates are going up, property prices are coming down. They can take it off you, and some people are. There were stories in New Zealand where people are getting homeless because of that. And I think, again, I won't repeat the person, but in America, somebody has exposed this same thing going on in, I think, 26 or 28 states in America, where it's literally fraud, where the property prices are actually just being riveted up to cover the council's expenses or their debt obligations as well. Don't know if you've heard any of that.
Well, not specifically about New Zealand, but it's not an uncommon thing in countries to put up the property taxes because it's an easy thing to tax. It can't run away.
Exactly.
But what it does do is make people think twice about where they buy property. So to give you an illustration, in the UK, when I was a young man, owning a secondary or other properties to rent out was a great idea. There's no way in a million years I'd want to buy property in the UK now, because they've imposed so many taxes on secondary homes, on buy-to-let, and land taxes and things like that, that it just wouldn't make any financial sense. I mean, simple things like not being allowed to deduct mortgage interest for your rent. So all of these things just make it no longer financially attractive. So what's happening is people are saying, why would I build foreigners like me, I'm a foreigner to the UK, I live in Switzerland, are saying, why would I buy property in England, even though I know all about it? Because, and the answer is, it cannot make financial sense if I'm a landlord, a second owner, and people who would be building properties in the UK to make buy-to-let flats don't build them because they say there's no demand. The foreigners have all gone.
Yeah, and there's no money to be made.
The only one's got foreign money is the foreigners, and
yeah,
the foreigners have got the money, but they're not coming here. They go somewhere else. They go to Dubai or Florida or wherever they go, because they want to, unless they want to have a bounty house, a luxury house in the centre of London for show-off purposes, and they're willing to pay the costs which go with that. But that's not a business. That's not an investment. That's a luxury, like owning a painting on your wall. But the people who do it as a form of saving are probably not doing it, or certainly not doing it in the UK anymore. And so the builders are saying, we can't build these things because there's no buyers.